Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by if you're new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. My name is Crystal and today I've got a bit of a random video for you guys. It's going to be one of those commentary videos that I've been doing a lot of lately on my channel, and this is going to be talking about the wedding industry. And I want to talk about this because I've recently gotten married. If you're a subscriber to my channel, you'll know that I got married in March this year. I don't know when this video is going to go up, so at this point in time it was like last week that I got married when I'm filming this. So I just thought that I would look, I'm sure that everyone who's gotten married or is planning a wedding has felt this unexplainable pressure to make it something bigger than it needs to be. Like, it's a big performance, a big saga, like it has to be the event of the year. Everything becomes a competition. So I just kind of wanted to talk about that today because I haven't seen anybody on YouTube do a video like this, and I think I needed to hear somebody had the same thoughts as me in the process of planning my wedding. So I thought I'd put this video out there just discussing the whole wedding industry and the toxic side of it that not many people talk about. And yeah, we'll just see where this discussion goes because this is totally unscripted. So before we jump into the video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you like commentary videos, if you like makeup videos. I'm a professional makeup artist, so I do a lot of makeup orientated videos, and I do a lot of commentary videos based on the makeup industry as well. So this one's a little bit sideways for me, but hopefully you like some of my other content. Also, I upload every Tuesday and Saturday at 6 AM Melbourne time, so make sure you have that post notification bell turned on so you don't miss any of those uploads. And my Instagram handles will be on the screen for you guys, so go and check me out over there. Without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so I've kind of already touched on this in the intro, but I feel like when you get married or you're planning a wedding, it's not just about you and your groom, or you and your bride, or whatever. It's so much more than that. It's about the money, it's about opinions, it's about making sure that the day is perfect. And so my situation, I eloped. I am doing a second wedding, which is going to be a bigger wedding than the one that I did with the elopement. We decided to do the elopement because of COVID. We wanted to make sure that we could get married because we've been together for 8 years. We wanted to make sure that the wedding would go ahead versus potentially having to cancel it with a snap lockdown or anything like that in Victoria. We've been pretty damn good lately, I must say. Our recent lockdown was Valentine's Day weekend, but I just don't want to risk it. It's too much money to dance around and run the risk with. So we decided to elope, and I remember vividly the month to month and a half ahead of the wedding, I was just constantly stressed because everybody had an opinion. Everyone was telling me what they thought the wedding should be like, who should be invited, who shouldn't be invited, where it should be, what dress I should be wearing. Like, everybody had an opinion on how they wanted the day to go. And my partner and I decided that we wanted it to be really easy, nothing too stressful. It's an elopement. It's supposed to be about two families coming together, and we only had immediate family. But I feel like although there's the pandemic, I get that, there's still this level of expectation on a bride and groom to entertain the guests. And I know that going to a wedding is really exciting because you get to dress up, you get to have a good time, like you get to see the dress, you get to be a part of something bigger. It's a big event, and weddings is something that a lot of people do look forward to. But when you think about the amount of preparation, the amount of stress, the amount of money, the amount of time and energy that goes into preparing for a wedding, and then somebody has the audacity to turn around and say, oh, I liked so-and-so's wedding more than I liked your wedding, or you didn't have good party favors, or your band was an acoustic band versus a DJ, or I didn't like your celebrant, or your color scheme was off, or things like that. I just feel like, I say this in a lot of my commentary videos, I feel like social media is creating this like endless hole of expectations on people, and that's transferring into weddings as well. Like when I was planning for my second wedding, because I'd originally planned for the big wedding before decided to do the elopement, I remember meeting with my photographer and she's like, oh, what's your color scheme? What's your running sheet? What's your party favors? What are your colors for your flowers? Like, she was asking me all these questions, and I was like, I don't know, like, I'll decide that maybe like 3 weeks beforehand. Like I've got the dress, I've booked a photographer, my husband-to-be's got his suit, like all this extra stuff. I just, it's just hard to explain. And I know that like now these days there's like a holiday before going on your wedding, like to de-stress, like a stress-free holiday for like the week before your wedding. And then there's your bridal shower, and then there's your hens party, there's the bucks party, there's the honeymoon, there's the wedding day, and now a lot of people are doing vow renewals as well. It's a lot of money, and it's a lot of competition. I've seen a lot of people who get fireworks for their wedding. It's just, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but sometimes I feel like the crux of a wedding is supposed to be two people coming together and people coming to celebrate with you. And somehow in there it's turned from being that to being a song and dance about how good or what you can afford or how good the quality of the night is. And it's no longer about you and your partner coming together. It's about wondering, oh, did they have a good time? Are people going to say great things about my wedding? Are people going to remember how great my wedding was? And it's just kind of like, why do we feel like we have to compete on such a basic, like with something so basic? Like people get married all the time, and I feel like the pandemic has shifted that ever so slightly, because there are a lot of courthouse weddings happening now because people want to get married, but with the risks of the lockdowns and stuff like that, people aren't taking that risk anymore. Much like myself, we didn't want to take that risk, and people are just happier because it's simpler, it's fun, it's still a big day, don't get me wrong. I still think that I put as much energy into my elopement than I will be putting into my big wedding, but it's just easier to have less people. And when it's just you and your partner coming together and it really is just the basics of what a wedding is supposed to be, you lose that toxic mindset of, oh, does everybody think it's great? Like, is there enough alcohol? Is the music loud enough? Is like, does the dress look good enough on me? Am I skinny enough for the dress? Like that level of pressure and people projecting their opinions and their thoughts onto you about the wedding, and the comparison. Like a lot of people, again, like go for these massive weddings just so they can put on Instagram, like the Instagram weddings, and they will put themselves into severe debt just to have something to show off on Instagram. It's just kind of like, why would you put yourself in that situation? And I really do, like, I have genuinely considered cancelling my wedding next year because the elopement was just so much easier. There wasn't all this extra stuff like flower walls and photo booths and videographers and this and that and the other. And I know that they all have their place in like the wedding industry, and that is for some people their livelihoods, but I do think that they are quite unnecessary because it's no longer about family, it's about what it looks like on the gram, like doing it for the gram. So I do feel like the wedding industry is creating a toxic environment for a lot of people, particularly women. I feel like there's a lot of expectations on women to plan the entire thing and execute the entire thing. And I'm not pointing the finger at anyone in particular, but I just think that there's a reason why there's a lot of tears for women, for the heterosexual couples, of course. There is a reason why there are a lot of tears for women versus the male partner, because there is a lot more pressure on the woman to deliver the show of the wedding, essentially, because it's their big day and yada yada yada. And I just think that in this day and age, we just need to get over that. This is supposed to be the union of two people. It should be an equal balance. It shouldn't be pressure on one versus the other partner. It should be a team effort. And I just, yeah, I feel like planning a wedding and having a wedding can sometimes not be the best experience, and I take my hat off to wedding planners. I'm this close to hiring a wedding planner because I'm just thinking this is just getting ridiculous. Like I just want to show up and it's all done for me. Just be like, yep, this is what I want to have done, and then rock up. So yeah, that's pretty much everything from me. I just wanted to kind of get my thoughts out there about getting married, because I know that people just don't talk about how rough it is. Like people are like, oh yeah, I'm getting married, like it's easy, it's fine. People talk about how rough pregnancy is, but no one really talks about how rough planning for a wedding can be. And I just think that we need to come together and support each other through something like this, because it's a lot. It's a lot of money, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of stress, it's a lot of energy. So I hope you guys like this video. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of content. Also, I upload Tuesday and Saturday at 6 AM Melbourne time, and I hope you do decide to join the fam here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a lovely day, guys. Bye.